Hi everyone and welcome back to Mr. Sid Reads. Today we're going to be reading a fun book about the moon, fiction of course, but I thought I'd tell you a couple things about our particular moon. This is a really cool lenticular that I bought of the Earth, and here you can see the sun and the moon. And our moon is our only one. We have one quite large moon, and it orbits or comes with us around our planet while we orbit the sun. Everything seems to spin. All the other planets tend to have moons as well, but there is one that has a tremendous amount, Jupiter, the largest planet in our solar system. At the moment, we've discovered 79 moons. The reason why I say at the moment is because every year we find something new. 79 moons on Jupiter. Imagine being on Jupiter and looking up and having that many objects to look at. It's really incredible. So for your pleasure today, I'm reading you one of my favorite fun books by Daniel Kirk called Moondogs. Oh, may I point out, the moon has lots of holes on it like this. These are called craters. Craters are created by asteroids and rocks that are hitting the moon. The reason why we don't have as many of these is because we have an atmosphere. They hit our atmosphere and break up long before they hit the land. Of course, we've had some craters formed by large meteors or asteroids. Moondogs. On a clear and pleasant evening in the early part of June, young Willie Joe Jehoshaphat stood gazing at the moon. "Someday," said his mother, "he'll be an astronaut, I bet. But there's more to life than stars and space. He needs a pal, a pet." Look who's over here. "You're spending too much time alone," his father said next day. "Let's go and buy a dog, and then the two of you can play." Look what he's been drawing. What's that? Will said, "I'd like to get a moon dog. That's the perfect pet for me. I watch them through my telescope. They're real, I guarantee." Will went out to the garage to build a rocket just his size. "When I get back," he said, "my dad's in for a big surprise." Look who's watching. With a flash of light, the spaceship soared. "Moonward ho!" Will said. "I'll pick the perfect moon dog and be home in time for bed." I love this image. That's so cool. Stars whizzed past the windows. Willie went to get a snack, but found a mangy mongrel busy digging in his pack. Recognize him? "That food was mine," Will grumbled, "but you're scrappy and so thin. I'll ask the Moondogs what to do. Perhaps they'll take you in." Just then they reached the moon. Will's rocket skidded to a stop. He pulled his homemade helmet on, got out, and climbed on top. There's a dog in there. "I'm Will," he called. "I come from Earth, in case you hadn't guessed. My dad thinks I should get a dog, and moondogs are the best." Look at all of them. All the varieties. 3 eyes, multiple ears. So fun. And this little guy down there. And here's the reflection of the Earth on the dome, which I think is really cool. Great illustrations. Then angry footsteps shook the ground. A shadow blocked the sun. The man in the moon came crashing in and made the Moondogs run. Look, he's got craters on his body. I've got you now, Moon Man growled. His breath was hot and sour. Each noisy boy or dog I catch, I'm going to devour. Like such. Uh-oh, he's made someone angry. Then Scrappy, loyal Earth Dog, bounded in to join the fight. He jumped and chopped the Moon Man's leg with one ferocious bite. Look at him go. The Moon Man fled, but left his pants. He knew he'd met his match. Scrappy growled contentedly and settled down to scratch. Isn't that great? Look at Moon Man butt. Will gazed around the crater with a shy and guilty grin. I owe my life to Scrappy. He's the dog who saved my skin. What courage! All the Moondogs crooned. Forgive us if we're wrong, but Will, the pet you ought to have, was with you all along. Look how sweet. Will gave the Moondogs goodbye hugs and climbed beneath the dome. You'll love my mom and dad, he said. Come on. We're going home. I love that part. Look. He's got his own telescope. I just love this book! Thank you, Daniel Kirk, for making one of my all-time favorite children's books. When I stop becoming a teacher and I have to clear out my classroom one day, this is one book I plan to grab and keep in my collection. Just letting you know that, Daniel. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this book. Come back for more. Bye-bye, everybody.